Mark the calendar, everyone. Today is officially World Hoop Day. It is. You can Google it later. And a hoop revolution has begun. Raise your hand if you ever played with a hula hoop when you were a kid. Yeah, all right, awesome. It's fun, right? Kind of a fun experience? Well, having fun is a cornerstone of the hoop revolution, or as I like to call it, the joyful movement. As you can see, I am not a 22-year-old nubile super hottie. Nor am I an Olympic athlete, and I am certainly not a professional dancer. I am, however, a woman who loves her hoop. My partner on this mission is the humble hula hoop. It is a perfect dance partner. It never steps on my toes. It never flakes out on me at the last minute, and it always lets me lead. Thanks to the hoop, I've lost over 55 pounds. But even more importantly, I found my joy. It wasn't always like this. I came into the world as a chubby baby, grew into a husky girl, graduated into an overweight young adult, and eventually thundered into marriage and motherhood as an obese woman. Throughout most of my adult life, I was about a double cheeseburger away from 200 pounds on a statuesque 5'3" frame. Dieting worked on a few occasions, but the weight never stayed off. There was always one piece missing from the puzzle: movement. A typical day for me included reluctant treks from the bed to the table, to the car, to the desk, back to the car, to the bark lounger, to bed. Collapse. And this is how most of us in the West move our bodies nowadays. But sitting on the couch is costing us millions, both in dollars and in lives. Inactivity, or not moving, is now more deadly than smoking, with 1 in 10 deaths worldwide attributed to it. The obesity rate is completely out of control, with 1/3 of US adults being obese and almost 44% of women over 40 burdened with the excess. But this is a problem that can be solved. If we increased our activity by just 10%, over 500,000 lives would be saved around the world each year. 500,000 lives who would otherwise be contributing to our creative collective if it weren't for the allure of the couch. When we grow roots on our furniture, we are not burning a lot of calories. We are not increasing our circulation. And the only muscle we're really working out is this one. But even more importantly, our energy, our flow, our essence, it gets stuck like a kink in a garden hose. And this chronic feeling of stuckness has created an epidemic of powerlessness. People feel like they don't have any more to give. They're all worn out. And when this degree of powerlessness kicks in, we grab the flamin' hot Cheetos and click on the American hoarding housewives of the dancing Kardashians. But joyful movement can be the thing that unlocks that energy and unleashes our essence. My tool of choice is the hula hoop. Your tool of choice might be a golf club or a tennis racket or a pair of sneakers. It doesn't matter, as long as it brings you joy. To understand what joyful movement is, we have to understand what it is not. Exercise. Ish, I hate exercise. Exercise is awful. It's too close to the word exorcise, which conjures up images of a she-demon spinning her head around in a full 360 and vomiting green goo. And that's just me on the elliptical after 30 minutes. I hate it. I want to put the X in exercise. Because we don't want to spend our precious time on those torture machines, cursing every blinking minute of it, we come up with have-tos. We say, oh, well, we have to work late tonight. oh, I have to do my laundry, or I have to reorganize the spice rack. We will prioritize a root canal over our workouts for one simple reason. They're no fun. But when a movement makes us happy, all of our excuses melt away. Joy is simply a stronger motivator. So when I first stepped into the hoop, I suddenly had a reason to go to the gym. I mean, seriously, who wouldn't want to spin around with a glittery toy while Dancing Queen plays in the background? Am I right? I mean, really, hooping is a natural antidepressant. It helps me with my joy, gets rid of my stress, and brings me back to a place of balance and well-being. This union, or yoga, of mind, body, and spirit is at the heart of the joyful movement. Do you remember when we were kids? We didn't exercise. We played. There's inherent pleasure to be found in moving the body if we just take away all the seriousness and obligation to it. Yes, our blood gets oxygenated and our muscles strengthen and our flexibility improves. But even more importantly, when we move our bodies, we move all that stuck energy, all that stagnant energy, and we sweat it out, shake it out, shimmy it out. Once our bodies get fed, then we can start to explore greater realms, like that of our own minds. When I first started my hooping practice, I never hooped in public. Never hooped in public, because I was terrified of what other people would think and completely ashamed of my body. But as any self-respecting hooper will tell you, the allure of the high overhead toss was too much to bear. And I eventually, gently, and oh so gingerly, ventured out of the house. Even so, when I'd hoop, I'd often do this, say, pay no attention to the woman in the hoop, nothing to see here, move along. Because with every single person that passed by, my head would tell me they must be thinking, oh gosh, she's disgusting. Who does she think she is? Or worse yet, check out the fat chick in the hula hoop. But the joy kept me going. The joy grew me. Eventually, I trained my mind to believe that my opinion of myself was the only one that mattered, and that I think I'm beautiful. I think I'm powerful. And I think I'm pretty courageous. And it doesn't matter that I don't look as good in my yoga pants as Jennifer Aniston does, which frankly I think she's an alien anyway. Okay? I'm a hardcore hooper, for goodness sake. When we train our minds to disregard the fallacious programs of fear and judgment, we start to see ourselves as we really are. We start to step into that bountiful unknown. We reclaim that lost power, and we remember that we are, in fact, amazing. But then, the really, really juicy part happens. When we are fully present and participating in the marriage of joy and power, we step into a third realm, grace. We step into that stillness, that unexplainable all that is us, but it's also more than us. It's that perfect blend, that moment in time when we are feeling absolute divinity. We're dancing with spirit. This is where the transformations take place. This is where the mystery unfolds. In this spiraling sacred container, we come to the realization that we are enough. Imagine a life in the land of enough. We have enough money. We have enough power. We have enough beauty. We have enough hair. We have enough time. We have enough. We can get to that land of enough, but we need energy to get us there. And that energy is ready for the taking. Joyful movement can be your cosmic alarm clock, waking you, shaking you to your own brilliance. It is a declaration of I am. It is a liberator of our fears, and it will, without a doubt, transform our world. All this and more, contained within the confines of the humble hula hoop. So I invite you to join me in the hoop. Identify ways you can joyfully move your body. Get creative. And then do them. Dance on your way to the bathroom. Take an after-dinner walk around the block. Or make the mat your mini vacation. There might even be some closet hoopers amongst us. Because if we moved our bodies just a little bit more, over 500,000 lives would be saved around the world. Imagine what those lives could create. A breakthrough innovation that could heal our planet. A transcendent work of art that would stir our souls. Or the simple creation of a life well lived. I want to create a life well lived. And as part of my journey to suck every last drop out of every moment, I would like to finish today by having a hoop jam, TED style. So I would like to invite two of my very dearest friends, Kimberly, who you have met earlier, the queen of yes, and my best friend in the entire world, Jean. Have them come on up so we can feel the power of hooping in a group. They have got two gorgeous hoops, and we are going to have the queen of disco, God rest her soul, you know she's here watching us, to enjoy. You can clap with us. This is a real-time demonstration of the hyperkinesthetic adoption and integration of my theory of joyful movement. For the rest of you, feel free to air hoop in your seat or move in any way that the spirit takes you. Because you know what? Your values embrace joy in every last step. Because the world needs you and your magnificent creation!